I have a terrible idea. What if I make my very first cosplay in less than 100 hours? Okay, so it was like 4 days before Anime NYC, and my Mimikyu costume never got delivered, so I decided that it's the perfect time to make my very first cosplay. Are you sure? Aren't you like super busy? Are you saying I can't do this? In which he was 100% right. I had way too many things on my plate for me to be taking on a project with zero to no research when I have no experience whatsoever. What could possibly go wrong? For day 1, we start off with a sketch. For this project, I chose Chainsaw Man. Not because he looks cool, but because his name is Den G. Anyways, I draw the sketch to try to figure out how I'm going to fit my big ass head into this mask. I genuinely don't understand chainsaw anatomy, but today seems like a perfect day to learn. Here, I pretend to know exactly what I'm doing, bending some metal wires for my base, and then using hot glue gun to put them together, and then burning myself literally 2 minutes into this project. I got hot glue in my hair. Here, I honed in my inner edgelord and made myself a barbed wire crown. I also twisted 3 metal wires together to make myself an antenna to look like the ugliest fish in the sea. The resemblance is uncanny, but this metal contraption hurt my forehead. If this contraption couldn't support my big giant brain, then it most definitely could not support a ginormous chainsaw. I ended up using a hat that I didn't really care for and using that as a base for my base. Oh, this is very flimsy. Here I realized that the foam that I bought for this project was way too flimsy to support my mental breakdown. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, it's gonna be here. This will be the support. I did come to realize that I needed to extend the mouth from the brim of the hat because I wouldn't have enough space for the teeth and I would be too exposed to air breathers. To extend the mouth, I decided to use a chopstick that I found in my kitchen drawer and more metal wires. To make the wires sturdier, I twist them together like Twizzlers. I added more metal wires because there was no way in hell that this was going to be held up with hot glue gun and foam. Looks good, honestly. And just like that, day 1 was complete and I made some hot tea and spent time with the babies. Day 2, Georgie made me some beautiful breakfast because I'm his favorite person in the whole wide world. And like always, I spend the morning with the babies to help me mentally prepare for the rest of the day. I got a lot to do. I got so much to do. I started sketching for a project that was due today and hopped on a couple of meetings that should have probably been an email. And before I knew it, it was already 7 p.m. Popsicle sticks, lots of popsicle sticks glued together. What is this for, you may ask? We had a hat, but we didn't have a base for the jaw. I didn't want a boring static mask. I wanted it to look like it was talking when I was talking. So I figured that hair ties would pull my jaws back up as if I had plastic surgery. For research, I watched some more Chainsaw Man while trying to finish this popsicle stick contraption that somehow looks like a mini guillotine. I burnt myself. I accidentally went like this to my hot glue gun, which was inevitable. At least I didn't get a boo-boo on my tattoo. So every time I talk, it should open up the mouth. Do you approve? Don't give me that look. You make me look like I'm crazy. Okay. Okay. I traced the top of the head on cardboard and used that as reference to twist more metal wires. I twisted enough metal wires to make 2 V's, put them together and you get a W. I also ended up using these toothpick looking things, but they're not really toothpicks because they don't have the pointy part. I hot glue about 3 of them together to make our sturdy, defined chainsaw jaw. When the base of the jaw is finally sturdy enough, and that jawline is sharper than cheddar cheese, we can finally put it together with our hat. Oh my god, it works! Dan, you are brilliant! I also found these metal things. I think they're from furniture, I don't really know, but I needed something to hook the hat and the jaw together. I didn't have the correct anything. All I knew was I was looking for something metal because I didn't want this to fall apart whenever I put it on. This is me trusting the process completely, because this looks like a kid's arts and crafts project that you don't put on the fridge. This is just a test that hopefully I can put it on. And it's not too hard to put on, hopefully. The mouth's not moving as much as I would like it to. But it works! So good. I was lying to myself. I was starting to think that this was a terrible idea. It's time for bed. Day 3. It's Georgie's day off and it's time for me to show him my progress.
Oh, there she is. Oh, okay. What? How did you do that? That's crazy. You did it so well.
But let's also not forget.
You said I can't do it? I bet masters.
I forgot I said that. Yo, because, alright.
We had less than 48 hours left, but what better way to procrastinate than by going to the mall and getting some cheesecake?
Nom 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 nom.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Look at this baby. Look at this bad boy.
After recharging with some amazing cheesecake, we decided to explore the mall a little bit more. Here, we got stuck at the Crocs store for safety because someone got stabbed at the mall.
We're going to Target.
Just some regular New York shit. Someone getting stabbed in public at like 2 p.m.
I still have to finish my project, so like, you know, I'm sorry that happened, but we gotta get glue. Guess who got the last Gorilla Glue?
We then went back to the scene of the crime to get some soup. By the time we got back home, it was already like 7 p.m. Still needed to add more metal wires because that foam was flimsier than a one-ply toilet paper. I then cut my foam about 5 inches wide. And if you're asking why I don't have a ruler, I don't have time. I don't have time to measure my insanity. I continued to hot glue my foam on my wire mesh, accidentally creating what looks like an armadillo. I draw on the wire mesh and put the foam on top in hopes that it would leave enough of a mark to pretend like I know what I'm doing. I started using my nails to carve out the intricate details of this mask. Sanity has left the building and I'm fighting tooth and nail to finish this project. I had to cut 3 more copies of this mask so our project doesn't look like a toilet paper version of paper mache. We also needed some fruit roll-ups. Glue them together because the best fruit roll-ups are the ones that get stuck on the top of your gums. When you put together fruit roll-ups and toilet paper, you get this.
We got this on Amazon. We're gonna use this as the eyeball for our chainsaw head. So I got 2 of these. It also changes colors: blue, green, red. I don't know how it's gonna look yet. This is not fully glued in yet. Let's see how it looks. I'm scared. Alright. Oh, sick. That's the bare bones. Yo, this is gonna look so good.
But we can't get ahead of ourselves. We still need to make the handles for our chainsaw head. I roll up more foam and I have to think ahead. The key word is sturdy. People will grab onto this. I will grab onto this. This needs to be stronger than my will to live. So we put some aluminum foil in the middle. When you have a total of 6 foam toilet paper rolls, we're going to cut Dorito-sized triangles on each side. Glue them together so it looks like you can handle any problem coming your way. We now have to cover up the mistake that is the armadillo head. I cut up some foam and hope for the best. I glued the bottom of the foam to the hat and cut and glued the top part little by little in portions. I then had to cut a bunch of tiny foam circles for the back of our helmet which no one will see.
What do you guys think? This and then like this. We have a little bit more than 24 hours left, but for now it's nap time. Up on the couch. Be right back.
Day 4, less than 24 hours left and we still had so much to do. We start off the day by cutting out some clown shoes and some more intricate details for the back of the head that no one will notice. By the time I finish cutting out these intricate pieces, night has fallen and I needed to glue these clown shoes upside down to make a samurai helmet. At this point of the project, we're really just winging it because we don't have the time and we still haven't even spray painted. We cut up some cardboard to cover the mouth and we cut up some foam for our jaws wire mesh. Finally, it was time to spray paint. It was 40 degrees Fahrenheit and the only thing warming me up was adrenaline running through my veins.
The Batman switching go. That's definitely one to pick up. And then we have the 1987 Aurora AFX Ghost Racer slot car set. It is complete in the package.
Ran out of glue sticks. We're using glittered glue sticks in hopes that this will last and I can finish this project.
While waiting for the spray paint to dry, we had to build our chainsaw arms and chainsaw head from styrofoam. With the leftovers, we ended up making these triangular chainsaw teeth. Using the toothpicks from earlier, I used them to stab the chainsaw teeth into the chainsaw. This was the final stretch. I just had to spray paint the chainsaw arms and the chainsaw head. But alas, my lack of research has finally caught up. Like, how am I supposed to know that spray paint melts styrofoam? And my dumb self decides to spray paint some more, going, but what if it ends up looking cool? Like, look at how much more is spray paint. This is a problem because I already cut out the arm parts of the chainsaw arms and I don't have any more styrofoam left. So the chainsaw of my chainsaw head is gonna end up looking very, very janky.
That is eating it away.
It was already 4:30 a.m. and I was starting to lose hope. The only solution I could come up with was to scrap the chainsaw arms and cover my chainsaw head with foam. I covered the exposed styrofoam with acrylic paint so the styrofoam would stop melting like the polar ice caps. I velcroed the eyes into my chainsaw skull and hot glued the remaining parts of the headgear. It was day 5 and we have a little under 6 hours to head to the convention. I didn't get to record me having a mental breakdown over this stupid chainsaw, but there's no time to be mentally unstable when we have to finish this project. Here we're adding some rust, some textures, some scuff marks to make it look like it's been through some shit, just like we have. And now, for the reveal.
At this time, we ask that you turn off your portable electronic devices and turn them to airplane mode. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You are now free to move out of the cabin. What's in it for you? Tell me what's in it for you. 'Cause I know how you do. What's in it for you? What's in it for you? Tell me what's in it for you. 'Cause I know how you do. What's in it for you? So what's in it for you? So what's in it for you? So what's in it for?
What?
I like booba.
James, our character just want to touch it, some boobs.
I'm in character.
Yeah.
I'm then.
Then G, yeah.